launch of the 2022 West Sumatra Culinary Festival was marked by the beating of the Tasa drum simultaneously by the head of the Cultural Service of the province of West Sumatra, Shaifullah, and other invited dignitaries. Head of the festival organizing committee, Woody Hamdani, said, "Culinary delight is one of the advantages possessed by West Sumatra. There are 4 culinary products that are contested in the festival, namely rendang seasoning, lontong sago, kHz, sarikayo, and balado chips. The jury will conduct an assessment from 19th to 25th of March. Next news comes from Lampung. Bakauheni Port Lampung does not require an antigen test or PCR test as a travel requirement for sea transportation users. General Manager of River, Lake, and Crossing Transportation Bakauheni Branch, Solly King, when contacted by Antara in Bandar Lampung Wednesday, said the policy is in accordance with the latest circular of the Ministry of Transportation regarding instruction for domestic travel during the COVID-19 pandemic. He also said the policy is expected to help the recovery of the sea transportation sector. Last news comes from Surabaya, East Java. The government of Surabaya for the East Java province provides more than 1,000 scholarships for students memorizing scriptures of their respective religions for kindergarten, elementary school to junior high school levels in the city. The head of the Surabaya City Education Office, Yusuf Masruf, Thursday said, currently there are almost 1,800 students in Surabaya who have registered to take part in this election. He said, the scholarship for memorizing scriptures is expected to give birth to a golden generation who love and practice the holy book in daily life. Selections of scholarship for religious scriptures memorizing students was opened by Mayor of Surabaya, Eri Cahyadi, at Graha Bunda Paut Wednesday. It was attended by representatives of Indonesian government-acknowledged religions, namely Islam, Christianity, Catholics, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Confucianism.
Listener, we begin today's story with the event of March 12, 1925, when Sun Yat-sen died. Dr. Sun Yat-sen was a main leader of the Chinese Revolution and is widely recognized as the father of modern China, both in mainland China and Taiwan. He was born on November 12, 1866. At the time, China was ruled by an emperor who ruled like a deity. Sun Yat-sen believed that China needed to be organized in a new way through a revolution. Overall, Sun Yat-sen led 11 revolutions against the Qing dynasty and eventually succeeded in overthrowing the empire. China later became the Republic of China in 1911. Sun Yat-sen was also the founder of the oldest party in modern Chinese history, the Kuomintang or KMT. He served as a president from 1912, 1923 to 1925. In 1923 until 1924, Sun Yat-sen briefly formed an alliance with the Chinese Communist Party. At the end of his life, he always fought for Chinese unity and persuaded many faction figures to abandon their personal ambitions. We move to another event on March 12, 1967, when the Provisional People's Consultative Assembly appointed General Suharto as a president. The Indonesia Provisional People's Consultative Assembly held a special session to review President Sukarno's performance from March 7 to 12, 1967. It reached a final decision on whether or not he was involved with the Indonesian Communist Party rebellion in September 1965. The special session opened on March 7, 1967. On that day, Lieutenant General Suharto delivered a speech which set free Sukarno from involvement in the rebellion. On March 12, 1967, the Provisional People's Consultative Assembly agreed to withdraw its mandate from Sukarno and appoint Suharto as the acting president of the Republic of Indonesia. hand is 19 years ago, the Prime Minister of Serbia, Zoran Indic, was assassinated in Belgrade. Zoran Indic was the Prime Minister of Serbia from 2001 to 2003. He was assassinated in Belgrade on March 12, 2003. His murder is related to tensions among Serbia and other former countries of Yugoslavia and the government's policies which were considered totally pro-Western aligned. And listener, that's today in history.
Cegah penularan berantai virus COVID-19 dengan memakai masker secara benar. Maskerku melindungimu, maskermu melindungiku.
マスクを着用して COVID-19 の感染拡大を防ぎましょう。私のマスクはあなたを守る。あなたのマスクは私を守ってくれる。
وقوي انتقال فيروس كوفيد-19 من خلال ارتداء الأقنعة بشكل صحيح. قناعي يحميكم وقناعكم يحميني.
让正确佩戴口罩，以防止新型冠状病毒肺炎的传播。我的口罩保护你，你的口罩保护我。
Evite la difusión del coronavirus, cortar la cadena de transmisión usando máscaras correctamente. Mi máscara te protege, tu máscara me protege.
Welkom, ik heb een overheid van COVID-19 door een masker te dragen. Mijn masker beschermt u, uw masker beschermt mij.
Empêchons la propagation du coronavirus COVID-19 en portant correctement les masques. Mon masque te protège, ton masque me protège.
Verhindern Sie die Übertragungskette des COVID-19-Virus durch richtiges Tragen von Maske. Meine Maske schützt dich, deine Maske schützt mich.
Prevent the chain of COVID-19 spread by wearing your mask properly. Your mask protect me, my mask will protect you.